swear my head is like so shiny. I just cleaned, so I am a little bit sweaty. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Okay, it's your girl Riley. Welcome back to another video where I just tell you guys about life, because life is so annoying. But we're all getting through it together, okay? I promise we are. So anyways, today's video I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a conversation that has to do in honor of Pride Month, because I realized I haven't done anything for Pride Month, but also there's a lot of shit going on in this world. This world we live in is just getting worse and worse. So that's why I'm saying, like, we're trying our best to get through this. Okay, so obviously this video, if you guys saw the title and if you guys know me, you guys know that I am going to basically be talking about my transition type of thing. However, it's gonna be more so about how just HRT in general has just changed my life. And so yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So if you guys are interested in these types of topics, you guys can definitely check out my other videos, because I do random videos like this where I just sit and I just talk with you guys, because I just love doing that. Like, that's like the new purpose of my channel, is that I just talk. So, you know, if you guys are into that, subscribe, leave a like. Okay, so for starters, I just really quickly have to address the fact that I am very much happy that I am finally on HRT, because the journey, girl, the journey to just get on HRT has just been so long, and it just felt like forever. Like, oh my god, like I just wanted to, like, just kill me. Like, I'm tired of it, you know? So for starters, for those of you who don't know what HRT is, what it stands for hormone replacement therapy, which is basically what a transgender person goes through as they are transitioning to the gender that they associate with. So in my case, I am a trans femme. So for me, I had to go from male to female, meaning that the hormones that I'm taking right now include things like estradiol, which is basically estrogen, and also testosterone blockers. So those are the only two things that I'm taking. I know there's other people that take like other stuff. I don't really know much about other things, because like I haven't really talked to my doctor a lot about that. But frankly, these are the only like main important things that I'm taking that my doctor has recommended for me, at least maybe for the start. So that's all it is. Okay. So for starters, yes, I am very much happy. I have been on hormones since last February, so my anniversary is almost here. I'm very much happy, okay, because I'm gonna get to see a comparison of how HRT has changed me in a year. So yeah, I'm very much happy that I have been on hormones, because like I said, the journey to get here, because for starters, let me just let you guys know, in case you didn't know, when I first came out, I was not like at all with any like medical insurance. I did not have any insurance or anything like that, like no coverage. I was just thankful that the one time that I did go to the hospital, that I was able to sign up for like a temporary insurance thing, which basically helped cover it. So yeah, I haven't been with medical insurance for that long, but I specifically wanted it mainly for this purpose, because I knew there's no way I'm gonna afford hormones, like, you know. So it's like I really needed to get myself on some insurance, and that's what I had to do first, and that part is what took the longest. So, you know, I finally got it. And then entering this year, believe it or not, when this year started, that's when I decided to take the step of being like, you know what, this is gonna be my year of starting my hormones. So that's what I did. Okay. So yeah, I started HRT. However, because I have been on them since February, I've already noticed some changes in my life. And so we're going to talk about that. So one thing that I do notice about myself, and this isn't a surprise, because I mean, I knew about this because of, like, you know, all the TikToks that I would watch, all these like other transgender influencers that I would watch, and I would, like, you know, hear their tips and advice and like things that you should look out for and like things to expect when starting hormones, is that I no longer feel like sexual attraction. And what I mean by that is that I can no longer get an erection. So yeah, I'm not able to do that as easily anymore, which makes sense because I mean, like I said, all these trans influencers that I listen to and like I watch and stuff, like all of them have said like this is a very common thing. Um, so I mean, it is very much hard for me to like feel like turned on easily. Which no surprise. I mean, cisgender women take a while to get turned on anyway, so it's kind of like it's kind of expected to be like, well, that's what cis girls feel, so no no surprise that trans women have to go through that as well. But when this did occur to me though, I did notice that maybe my sexuality would have changed because of this, because like I kind of started thinking to myself like, could I possibly now be ace? But it's like, no, I don't think so, because like I still think about it, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that like I refuse to, like it's just now different because it's like, you know, before the hormones I would get easily turned on by things, and then it's like now I don't, you know. So it's like I still could, but it just takes a little bit more time. So I guess like I you know, me thinking that like could I be ace, because it's like I don't really like think about like sex or anything like that anymore, but it's like I still think about it as in like I'm still like open to doing it. It's just it's not gonna be as quickly and as easily possible as I, you know, used to be able to, you know, do things like this. So I did kind of think about that to myself. I was like, could it be that like suddenly like because of this like I might be ace? But I don't think so. I don't really like feel like that, because like I said, it's not like I refuse to have sex now. It's just I just, you know, I just don't get an erection anymore. Like it's not the end of the world for me. So it's like, you know, that didn't change. I still very much am pansexual. So that's still me, because of the fact that I still do identify as pansexual. I do still 100% believe that like, you know, I will be, you know, still getting involved in like intimacy and like, you know, having sex with people. But it's like I want to just, you know, make it clear, like, you know, being pansexual, like it's very hard for me too, because sometimes it's like I can meet someone and they could be attractive and all that, but it's like if I just don't vibe with your personality, if I just don't like your personality, like I won't have like any type of like, you know, romantic feelings for you, any sexual feelings for you. So it's like it's very hard for me to like just accept the fact that like, you know, I'll have sex with you, you know, like I'm not very easily like that, and I feel like a lot of people really shouldn't be like that anyway. But you know, just yeah, just throwing that out there. I felt like I should throw that out there, that I am still open to it. I just, you know, need to make sure it's with the right person and not just, you know, giving my body around. A lot of the feelings that I have towards like me being like now on hormones, like really like a lot of the big changes have been mainly to do with like sex and stuff like that. Because if you guys don't know, I do take notes like when I make videos. Like I do write off notes of like topics that I want to talk about. And as I was going through my notes, like I realized like, yeah, because I wrote these a while ago. This wasn't like I wrote this before filming. And I realized like a lot of the changes have to do with like, you know, like sex and things like that. So it's like I'm like very aware that like this isn't like something new. However, like I guess I didn't realize like until right now that like looking back when I did write these notes, like I didn't realize how much like that really like changed with me. Is that, you know, I don't really feel like any sexual tendencies like to just like do things, you know, like I just don't feel that way. One thing that I will say is that I also like catch myself like, you know, not really watching so many like inappropriate things, you know, because I mean that's something that if you guys listen to my podcast, you guys know like I'm not ashamed to admit that like, you know, I watch things like porn and stuff like that, or I read really smutty books, and like it, like, you know, it turns me on sometimes, you know. But because of this, like because of the fact that like, you know, the hormones just like make it a little bit harder for me to like feel turned on and stuff like that. It's like I don't even like think about like, you know, I haven't watched porn in a while. I haven't read a smutty book in a while. It's like in a way like I don't feel as if like I'm a better person because of it, but it's just like I do feel like it naturally has changed and it's not become a big deal for me. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm a better person because I no longer like watch that as much or read that as much. However, I also don't feel like, oh, I miss it, like I need it back in my life. Like it's like I don't feel either or. So it's like for me, like slowly letting these things like die down for me, it still like feels natural. Like I don't feel like it's a big deal. Like I said, I don't feel like I need it, nor do I feel like, oh, I'm so much better now without it. It's like it's just naturally like I spend my time like doing other things, like watching different things, reading different things, you know. And if you guys have been watching my videos lately, you guys have seen the books that I recommend to you guys and show you that I read. So it's like I clearly don't read a lot of smut anymore. I am still like open to it though. I still love it. I still love it. And it's the same with pornography. Like I still admire it. I love it. Like you guys know, because if you listen to my podcast, like you guys know that I am such a big fan of like the adult entertainment industry. I mean, like I literally did like so many videos like and like podcast episodes where I would just like talk about like, you know, the adult entertainment industry. So it's like this is something that I'm very much fascinated by. So, you know, I did notice like I have slowly let these things go because of the fact that I'm on hormones now. So, you know, it feels natural though. It feels natural though. It doesn't feel like, once again, it doesn't feel like as if like I feel better now that I have less of it, or do I feel like I miss it and I need more of it. Like I feel like I'm at a balance where it's like I have the perfect amount of pornography in my life. This is such a weird topic, but like, you know, that's just like what I feel. The last thing that I did want to mention though is again having to do with like the whole like erection thing. Like I said, to me that's not a big deal. Like it's not really that like the end of the world for me to like no longer feel that. If I were in the situation where like, you know, intimacy or like whatever, you know, like whatever the topic is, whatever the like whatever's going on, I am very much open to like medications for these things. Like it's really not that deep for me to be like depressed about it. Like I'm not depressed about it. I'm not like anxious about it. Like it doesn't affect me whatsoever. It's like I said, like it's not like it doesn't happen. It's just it happens less now and it takes a little bit more time. So, you know, obviously going from male to female, like I was so used to it happening so easy and quick to now it's like it requires more patience. But like I said, like I'm open to like medications. Like that's not like, it's not something this serious for me to be like, you know, like I feel like I need to see a therapist or anything like that, or like I need someone to like help me get through this. It's like I don't feel that at all. It's like it's really not that serious for me to like seek help for it. Like I mean, yeah, medications, that would be me seeking help for it, but it's like I know that's an option, so it doesn't feel like the end of the world for me. So I think I'm good on that. Like it really like has nothing to do with like me like feeling bad about my identity or anything like that. So it's like I think I'm okay. Like I'm fine. Like I said, like I still do these things, I still watch these things, I still read these things, but it's just like I feel like I'm just not crazy about it like I used to be. And so I have kind of just like leveled myself out to be like a good balance of it, you know, where it's like I don't need that much of it, nor do I feel like I should be slowly getting rid of it, because you guys know I'm not getting rid of that from my life. Like it's just it doesn't exist. Okay, me letting go of all these things, and that does not happen. Okay, and it won't. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this random weird video. I feel like this was like more of a video about sex, but it's like, you know what, sometimes we need it. Okay, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like in this video. Okay, and also if you guys want to check out some other videos, like I said in the beginning, you guys can definitely do so by checking out my channel. Okay, so yeah, if you guys would like to chill with me a little bit at the end of this video, you guys definitely can, you guys know. But if you guys mainly just wanted to hear this conversation and you guys would like to leave afterwards, you guys totally can. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, so I know I was talking about like smutty books and all that, and I just really quickly wanted to share with you guys this, because if you guys don't remember, I think I talked about it on my podcast, that my favorite book of all time is Lights Out, which, like, I know, very overrated, but it's so good. Like, if you guys have not read Lights Out, so good. I just recently recommended this book to a friend of mine from the gym, and she didn't buy it, but I told her, I was like, girl, if you want to borrow it, I got you. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Col.lab came out and I got myself my copy. Okay, so I'm very much excited about this. I am a little bummed though, because like I originally wanted to buy this book from my Barnes & Noble, and the day that I went like the day of, or like the second day after it released, and the book was completely sold out, and so I couldn't get my hands on it. And so then I went to, I think Walmart is where I found this one, and I found it and I was like, love it, you know, like I finally got my book, you know, very excited. And I went to Barnes the next like day or so, and they had it with like sprayed edges. I was so offended. I was like, and for the same price, for the same exact price. So it's like I was very much offended that, like, I mean, love just the book in general. I mean, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know how good it is, but like, you know, I'm just happy I have it. But it's like I could have had beautiful sprayed edges. I could have for the same price too. And yeah, but I have it now, so you know, I'm gonna get to read this hopefully soon. The book that I'm currently reading is a book for my book club, which is this Wednesday, so I gotta hurry the fuck up and read this. Is Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's a pretty big book. I just recently started. I don't know if you can see that, and I gotta finish this by Wednesday, which like I think I will, but like I gotta put more time into reading. It's just been hard because I'm working now. So yeah, this book is actually kind of funny, and there's like a key, so like I love it, you know. I am also reading another book though. I have it back here. I am reading the sequel to The House on the Cerulean Sea. This is not mine, I'm borrowing it from a friend. But yeah, I'm reading this one again, same thing. I'm not that far in, but I'm reading two books at the same time, which is not something that I like to do. But honestly, if you guys didn't know, I fucking love House on the Cerulean Sea so much. I mean, I have my Chauncey over there. I don't know if you can tell. That's my Chauncey, okay? And there's also, he guards the trans flag, because Chauncey says trans rights. So he's a good boy, okay? I love my boy, all right? And then I also finish reading this book, which very much disappointed me. I was not a fan of it, and it is A House at the Bottom of the Lake. I read this also for my book club, and no, no, I don't recommend it. I don't really like it. It's from the same author who wrote Bird Box. I have not read Bird Box, but I do love the movie. So I was very much like having so much high hopes for this book, and it just wasn't. Like, it's literally these two teenagers who go on like a first date, and they go on like a canoe, and they find that house at the bottom of the lake. And it's honestly not even that, like, it's supposed to be a horror book, because we read this for my horror book club, and it just was not doing it for me. Like, a lot of us agreed that like there was literally like no horror in this whatsoever. So I mean, and it's a small book too, so it's like this book definitely could have used a lot more explanation, and they could have added so much more. So this book, big missed opportunities. So yeah, I think that's about it that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know I mainly wanted to show you guys that I bought Caught-Up, because if you listen to my podcast, you know how much I love Lights Out. So yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys. Hopefully next time I film something, I can tell you guys about it, because, you know, Hopefully I've read it by then. But in case I don't, I will get to it when I get to it. I'm gonna go, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and hopefully you guys can join me next time. So yeah, bye.